Over the weekend, Nigeria's Oluwatimilehin Doko claimed victory at the 15th African Scrabble Championship in Kigali, Rwanda, outplaying a strong field of 92 competitors from 10 African countries over 4 days. At 32 intense, of course, round, Doko stood out with an impressive record of 24 wins and just 7 losses, clinching the title with a game to spare and succeeding compatriot Enoch Nwali as champion. Tonight, we will be speaking with Oluwatimilehin Doko about Nigeria's Scrabble dominance and how the sport has grown in the country over the years. All right, Oluwatimilehin joins us this evening. Oluwatimilehin Doko, good evening to you and welcome to Game On. I want to say congratulations to you.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, can you take us through the journey on how you became champion, of course, African champion over the weekend, how you were able to beat top players in the world of Scrabble towards getting that trophy?
Well, this was a journey that started several months ago. I had to do several months of preparation to compete at a tournament of this caliber and do well. Actually, going into the tournament, I didn't feel as though I was at the level of preparation I wanted because I've had a lot going on this year. I only just recently completed my 5-year course in pharmacy at the University of Lagos, so I had to juggle a lot of things, but I was able to stay consistent with my preparation, and fortunately it paid off, and I was able to put up a good performance at the tournament.
All right, Oluwatimilehin, one beautiful thing about Scrabble, it doesn't respect age. You can be 40, you can be 10, and defeat someone who is 40 years of age. You played, with 92 players from 10 different African countries. The competition must have been fierce. What strategies do you rely on to secure 24 wins throughout 32 rounds?
Well, I basically try to take each turn at a time. So a Scrabble game is basically a composition of several moves. So each player takes a move or takes a turn over, say, 10 to 15 turns, and at the end of the game, whoever has the most points is the winner. So I try to take each move at a time and try to make the best move every turn, and yeah, that was my strategy.
Okay, sorry?
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think it's on record. I'm not sure we've had a younger champion in Africa. I think you are perhaps the youngest African champion. Congratulations once again. And you mentioned that you just finished a 5-year course in pharmacy from the University of Lagos. That's really impressive because you were a student at the University of Lagos when you won a championship in Lagos. There was also a Pan-African tournament, and you had some good money as prize money. So I'm sure Scrabble really helped you throughout in terms of empowering you to live like a big boy while you were while you were in the University of Lagos. But on a more serious note, what's the next thing for you? Because we've had a world champion before, and Nigeria is maybe the leading Scrabble playing nation in the world, because we have about 4 Nigerians in the top 10 in the world, and we have about 8 in the top 20, if my records are still accurate. So what's next for you? What's your plan? How do you want to transfer your success in Nigeria, in Africa, to make an impact at the world stage?
Well, the West African Scrabble Players Association Championship happens next year in Ghana. So that's very close to home, and I will definitely be starting my preparations early, as well as other players in Nigeria, I'm sure, so as to put up a strong performance at the championship. So I hope to continue to do well and to surpass my success so far, even at the world stage.
That's good. Similarly, I'm aware, that you had a very nice cash reward after you won this tournament. I will not disclose what the fee is, but for
only for those of us who are managing
exactly. But for those people watching at home right now, some people are thinking to themselves, how is Scrabble a proper competition? How is it a proper sport, right? And so for those that have the interest and for those that are actually good at it, what advice can you give to them into going into Scrabble competitively?
Well, I would say that competitive Scrabble is a very good game to get into, a very good venture to get into, because it combines a confluence of skills that are applicable in all areas of life. To become a good Scrabble player, you need logical logic, critical thinking, memorization. You build your vocabulary as well. So I would say anyone interested in getting into the game, I would encourage them to, and I would encourage them to put in the work as well that it requires to improve at the game. Just like anything else, it involves a lot of consistency and constant practice. And if that is carried out or if that is done, one can become as good as possible.
Oluwatimilehin, and congratulations to you once again. I hope this question is just not too gigantic for you because of your stature in the game in terms of, I mean, your age. I mean, you're young, but you're also Nigeria's #2 player according to the ranking. So I think you should be able to tackle this question. And it's about, the state of the sport. Yeah, are you satisfied with where Nigerian Scrabble is right now? Tony reeled out the stats, a couple of moments ago. We've got 4 players in the top 10 in the world. Extended to a top 20. We've also got some presence in there. But, I mean, you look at, Scrabble in Nigeria, do you think that more could have been done? I know that there used to be the Gospel Akpabio Classics, the Lekki Classics as well, and a couple more. But right now, where you stand, do you think that more could still be done? Or are we okay where we are right now as far as Nigerian Scrabble is concerned?
Well, not at all. I think there is a lot that can be done to grow the game of Scrabble in Nigeria. I think the major problem we face in the Scrabble scene is a lack of support and sponsorship from the government and private individuals. So I think Scrabble needs a lot of exposure, needs a lot of support. The players in the tournaments in Nigeria are doing really well. I think they deserve more support, financially and otherwise, from the government and well-meaning individuals. So I think, yes, there is a long way to go. We've made a lot of progress, but there is a long way to go with growing the game in the country.
All right, Timilehin, before we let you go, I would like to ask, I mean, in the world of Scrabble, we already know one man, Wellington Jegere, who, of course, have done a lot over time to take Scrabble to where it is right now in the Nigerian scene and in the African scene. We also have the likes of Peter Moses. For you, having gotten to this point, is one thing to get to the top. Is another thing to also maintain that level. How do you hope to maintain this level, knowing fully well that it doesn't end here? We have lots of tournaments. Lots of people are looking forward to get back to #1 sport. How do you hope to, put this pressure behind you and, push on and then, of course, keep the consistency?
Well, I'll just stay practicing. I want to continue to become better, not to become complacent, but to continue to challenge myself, try to improve every day. So yeah, I will try to continue to improve.
All right, I want to say a very big thank you to you, Oluwatimilehin Doko, for your quality time. Once again, congratulations. We'll be looking out for you, and hopefully one day when Scrabble makes it to the Olympics, we can say, okay, we're looking forward to have
Olympic medal
from the sport of Scrabble. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.